The Atlanta Braves, they are 11 games behind the New York Mets in the NL East. My question is, David, are they done? Do they have any chance in coming back?
The Atlanta Braves, 27-33 as we're speaking. They are currently, I was looking at this, 11th in pitching and ERA and something like 17th in offense. I go OPS when I look at offense, and I go ERA on pitching. It's just the easiest way to look at it. Just the other stats. At the end of the day, don't score a bunch of runs, hit for extra base hits, and don't give up runs. It's pretty simple. Are they done? No. No, I still believe in the players on this team, the superstars on this team, and what they have to offer. There's too many good players. Acuña playing very good baseball too. Austin Riley is way too good of a player. Matt Olson's too good of a player. Ozuna is still doing great. It's just they're just not doing the little things well right now. And again, they started off really bad. 0-7. They're on a bad streak right now, 3-7 in their last 10. It's just this. They got to figure this out. And maybe this is when you get rid of Snedeker. I like Snedeker as a manager. I think he's done an incredible job there. Obviously brought them to a World Series title. I just haven't heard that real get behind them, get behind me, fellas. I'm gonna pick you up and carry you and push you to this championship. I haven't really felt that or heard that from Snedeker, and that's what I need. I need somebody right now at this point that can rile them up a little bit. You know what? There's a couple managers out there that have already been fired this year that are great managers. There's some people out there that can get the troops going. We need some energy in Atlanta because right now it is just too ho-hum. We're just accepting this. We shouldn't be talking about this with Atlanta. This team is too good. They've gone through some crazy injuries, especially on the pitching side, but they're too good of a team up and down to be at this point.
Are you surprised by the move they made when they brought up from the minor leagues? They promoted their former manager, Freddie Gonzalez, to third base coach now with the big club. I find that very interesting. And if I'm Brett Snedeker, would I be worried about that?
100% be worried about it. At the same time, guys, he should not be there. Great. He was good at the time when he was there, and then he wore out his welcome a lot. And while I was there, I did not see players that were rallying behind him either. You need young blood. You need young energy. You need some ex-ball player coming off that from retirement and walking in there with some energy and some fire in his ass and wanting to win. Freddie Gonzalez will bring some fire, and will be a new opportunity, new chance to kind of prove himself. But I need somebody that just has a different voice than what I've heard. And I had been in that locker room. I heard Freddie, and it was towards the end. I get it. Things kind of are dying off at the end. I think that was his last actual month as a Braves manager when I was there. But you need new voice, new fresh stuff. Hines is out there. I mean, I don't know. There's so many damn names out there. So many young players. So many guys with energy. Get me somebody new and fresh in this place.
So I don't see any chance that they're going to come back and win the NL East. And I'm not saying that because
they won't win the East.
Okay.
But wild card's not out of the question by any means.
No, certainly not. But you said it. There's no chance of going in the NL East. The Mets and the Phillies are just too good. You can't catch up to two teams that are both ahead of you by 10 games or something like that.
Two teams like that. I mean, don't get me wrong. The Braves 2 years ago went on a run in the second half or what is it, 3 years ago, whatever, 2 years ago. That was just unheard of. Insane. Yeah. And it was this moment on, everything changed.
Mm-hmm.
But we can't keep relying on that. Last year we were waiting for it to happen. Never happened. But they had so many injuries on the offensive side last year. Now they're having pitching injuries. And when you got two teams ahead of you that are that far and that good, neither one of them are just going to fall off. So I have to be looking at that wild card and saying, okay, can I go into this wild card situation and be hot? But right now I have a lot of teams ahead of me and I'm already 6 games back. I hate when teams wait till the trade deadline to make moves. Stop waiting until the trade deadline. Make the move now. You're 6 games back. At the deadline, you're okay, well, Maybe we'll find out if we're buyers, or if we're going to find out if we're sellers. Be a buyer now, and it doesn't matter. You still have the athlete. Why wait till the price goes high on an athlete? Get them right now when you can make a decision. Maybe take some chances. Maybe we'll talk about some players they might want to go after, or just everybody's going to go after. Go after them now when the price is a little cheaper, and then like when the trade deadline comes, you could still move that player for somebody else. So actually, the trade, even if you're overspending a little now, then you can trade him for about half that price, and then you didn't overspend a whole lot.
Yeah. And I'm looking at the rotation over here, and this is the reason why I don't think there's any chance that they're going to be able to make it up in the NL East. But I am worried about their wild card going forward as well. Because
where do you get on the rotation? What are you worried about? Because we got like Chris Sale. You always have to worry is getting it done. Grant Holmes is pitching really well. He's at 3.7. Schwallenbach's at 3.31. Sale's got a 2.9.
With Sale, you always have to worry about a possible injury. That's for sure.
Yes, but I mean, reigning Cy Young winner, right?
Yeah, no doubt. But Spencer Strider hasn't been all that great since he's come back. AJ Smith-Jobber's on the 60. Ronaldo Lopez is on the 60. Yes, the guys who are playing
Bryce Elder's the other dude in the rotation.
What Bryce Elder was that?
Bryce Elder's the other dude in the rotation,
yeah.
Right?
So, they're okay, but I don't see them going, long-term being great as far as the rotation goes. You're right. They do have a good offense. And
it's mentioned really the bullpen has been horrible.
Yeah. A lot of people's bullpen is horrible. And that's why we're going to get to some of the trade
those teams suck. When your bullpen's bad, you're a bad team. They're middle of the road. I mean, I guess this. Here's the numbers. They got 3.64. The Cubs, San Diego, Mets, and San Francisco have been better than them. It's what it is. It's not that they've been horrible. Sorry, let me rephrase that. They just haven't been lights out.
Yeah,
and that's what it is. Like everybody's you know what? No one's doing really bad, but no one's doing just like holy wow. And it's just absolute shutdown. They got some guys guys overall are doing okay, but they don't have that just locked down guy right now.
Yeah. It's an interesting situation with Atlanta because you look at the team, they're not getting any younger. I don't know. My question is this at the end of the day, and I know the answer is going to be a no guaranteed, but when you're looking at Atlanta and you're saying, okay, we're kind of in between. We're not young. We're not old. The guys that we have are good. They're not great in some cases. Would you ever consider trading Ronald Acuña?
I'm considered trading everybody on every single team. It doesn't matter who you are. You always consider it. I think what you're trying to say is, would you consider trading him right now preemptively? Like you search for the trade versus somebody coming to you with a massive trade, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I would look at it right now. I still think, and I'm going to tell you right now, I still think the Braves are a good enough team if they added a piece in that rotation, maybe changing the manager right. I don't think they need to do a whole lot on that offense, but maybe a guy, is Alex Verdugo hitting 254, no home runs, the guy that's really going to make a difference for you? Not
really.
Nick Allen hitting 233, is Ozzy Albies doing okay at 232 with 6 home runs, but like not that good.
It's amazing that I'm sorry to cut you off. It's amazing that we're saying pretty good with 230 and 3 home runs.
Like he's slugging 340. Like Michael Harris Jr. is hitting 227. That's the problem with this lineup is it's top heavy, but it's not top heavy like the Mets, Phillies, Dodgers top heavy. So you're not on that level right now because Acuña's not quite on that level. Riley's not quite there right now. Olsen is doing well. Like those guys are good, but they're not playing Dodger level great. They're not playing Mets level great. They're not playing Phillies level great, which is who you should be compared with. And the bottom of the lineup isn't producing to a level to protect those guys. That's the difference when you get to those lineups. The bottom of the lineup isn't hitting 220 across the board with no home runs and like 0 slugging. They're holding their own as great role players. We need to find that a little bit. So to me, it's you guys shake the tree. I got to find me a starter, which the Braves always feels like they got to find a starter. I need to find one more bat day in the lineup, and I need a new manager. And it's nothing against Snedeker. I just want a voice that's got some energy right now, because I'm hearing nothing but like, oh, okay, all right, good. It's a perfect manager when everything's going good, but he's not the perfect manager right now when you need to shake that tree.
What type of manager do you think they need? Do they need a Joe Madden or do they need a Joe Girardi?
They need a 40-year-old Joe Girardi. They need a young guy in there that
That'll yell
stepped
at him.
away from the field. Who was it with the Marlins that got released? Who got fired after winning Manager of the Year?
Oh God,
I'm dying on the name right now.
same.
He won Manager of the Year 2 years ago, whatever it is. He got fired last year, or like going into the season.
Hold on, I'll look it up real quick. Marlins.
Oh my God. Skip Schumacher.
Skip Schumacher.
So what the type of the type of guy you need is like a Skip Schumacher, somebody who has that young, fiery energy. He was Manager of the Year 2 years ago and got fired this year, which is absolutely ridiculous. It was just standard Marlins, what you do, basically
Right.
what the Knicks did: take a great manager and fire him. And I fired James up a little bit. And so you need that new life. And that's my thing about it. Get someone young in there, an ex-ball player who's been around, and that fiery attitude.
Going back to what I was asking before, I would love to see the Braves trade away Acuña. I would love to get him out there, and it would be great talk show fodder to try to figure out where he would go. But let's remember who the GM in Atlanta is. That's Alex Anthopoulos. That guy don't rebuild. He re-ups. He gets more guys. He adds to the roster. He never wants to rebuild. He loves buying people.
And I would love to do that too. That's what he's always been in a position to do that. Yep. I don't think we're going to see these guys hit the market. It's just at what point are we going to see them actually perform the way they should be? I mean, we got a kid in Drake Baldwin who's starting right now, who's one of their top prospects, right?
Mm-hmm.
One of the top prospects in baseball. But don't forget, Sean Murphy was supposed to be the trade, the guy that was going to change that organization, and it just hasn't done anything. So, and he's benching it all up. So let's find some player, somebody that's just as that role player at the end of the roster that is just, you put him in the lineup and he just fires you up. There's a reason why Kike Hernandez always keeps going back to the Dodgers, the best team in baseball. He keeps going to this team because they realize this is value. It might be a 240, 250 average, but dude, he is going to wreak havoc all across the board. And he's a role player, and he can play 5 different positions. He can pitch if he needed to. He could probably catch if he had to. And they don't have people like that right now that are actually stepping up like those role players.